Hello, it's Tuesday the 19th of March 2013. It's roughly 20 past 10 in the evening and we are now in the relegation zone of the Blue Square Premier with 8 games to play. I'm going to read you a list. Bradford Park Avenue, Gloucester City, Vauxhall Motors, Boston United, Solihull Moors, Worcester City, Oxford City, Workington, Stalybridge Celtic, Histon, Bishop Stortford and Corby. We will be facing most of those teams next season, depending on geographical separation of all the teams that go down, go up, whatever. I no longer have faith in us to stay up. This time in fact a month tomorrow, I believe the final day is, and on that day we will be relegated to the Blue Square North. And it's been long coming. Similar to 2 years ago when we came down from the Football League, we thought we were safe, we thought we'd accumulated enough points because of one good run, and we rested on it for far too long, and now we're paying for it. We went those 10 games unbeaten in October and November, and I think we got as high as 9th. I could be wrong on that. And we just kept on slowly sliding down the table, slide, and then we just, without realising it, we were in a relegation battle again. I mean, we were never, I don't think, more than 10 points clear or anything from the relegation zone, but we just felt safe because we never thought we'd go on a run as bad as we've had. I mean, since that 10 game unbeaten run, we've only won, and I'd say the last of those was on the 4th of December. We've only won 3 games. 2 of those against Dartford. How shit must Dartford be to lose to us twice? I just don't see any way back from it. I mean, this is the table. Excuse my handwriting, by the way, but that's the table there. As you can see, we are level on points with Barrow, 2 points adrift of Stockport. The only glimmer of hopes, maybe, are that we place. I'll put that there for now. The only glimmer of hopes are that we play Telford on Saturday. Bottom of the table Telford, 6 games to go for them. They're all but down already, and if they don't win on Saturday, they actually break a conference record of games without a win, which they equalled tonight with a loss at Macclesfield, and they'll break the Leamington Spa record if they don't win against us on Saturday. But will I bet against them winning? No, not at all. I say Stockport realistically are the easiest team to catch. In fact, I've just realised I've got their points wrong on this table, so I'm a bit of a tool. Excuse me a second, then I'll represent it. There you go, that's better. But yeah, the one glimmer of hope we have with Stockport is that they have played one more game than us, and if we do win that game in hand, then we go above them. Other results pending, of course. I mean, we could go above them on Saturday, but I just can't see us staying up. I mean, I look at this list and it's just, I mean, no disrespect to any of these teams, I mean no disrespect whatsoever, but this is depressing looking at this list of teams. And then you look at some of the other teams that, so for example from the Evo-Stick Premier, North Ferriby, again no disrespect to North Ferriby, but how far we have fallen, and we have no one to blame but ourselves. We really don't. I mean, for the last few years, I mean, I can't even pin my. I think it all started when we appointed Chris Sutton. Steph Wright, the chairman at the time, for those who don't know, said that they appointed Sutton because they viewed it as a calculated risk. Since then, we've been relegated once with his squad, even though he wasn't actually here at the time. We've gone through 2 other permanent managers, one to our 3rd one now since he left, and he only left 2.5 years ago. And it's just awful. I mean, it is just gradually getting worse. I mean, it just feels like if it's not going to be this season, it'll be next season that we go down. It just feels inevitable. And I wouldn't go and support the Phoenix Club if one formed. For some reason, it wouldn't be Lincoln City anymore. It wouldn't. Whatever people say, they can put whatever name on it they want, use whatever badge, play whatever ground they want. It won't be the same football club. It'll be starting from dead scratch. It's similar to all these other teams, such as, say, I'm going to say Aldershot or Accrington, who you keep on hearing, oh, they're back in the Football League after X amount of years. No, they're not. That entity's never been in the Football League. Nor would the Phoenix Club be. It'd be completely new. The history wouldn't have any relevance or anything. It wouldn't be the same club, and therefore it wouldn't have any meaning for me. Now, as you know, I have been ridiculously slack with the videos this season because I lack motivation. Half the time it has been because of this shitty phone. Which, speaking of which, I've got a new housemate who has the same phone and actually loves it. But anyway, yeah, what was I saying? Some of it has been for the phone, but there's been plenty of games I've been to where the phone has been in perfect working order, but I've just not wanted to do a video because I'm just not motivated at all. If we go down, I'm not doing the videos anymore. That'll be it. I'm done. I'll still go to the games, but I won't be doing the videos anymore. And the ironic thing about this is it's falling on close to my 400th consecutive game, because Saturday's game against Telford will mark the 400th straight Lincoln game that I've been to. The last one I missed was Chester away in August 2005, and the way things are going, it's just one of those things where I keep on saying that I won't keep going, but I always end up doing. But how motivated am I going to be to go to places like I don't know the South Divisions well, by the way, to White Hawk FC. I mean, I don't even know where White Hawk FC is. I know it's in the south somewhere. But how many games would I look at on the potential fixture list and get excited about? I mean, you got depending on promotions and relegations, we'll have the Boston games. We'll definitely have Boston if we went down. Gainsborough depends on how he did in the playoffs if they made them. North Ferriby's a derby. Corby's a sort of derby. But it's just, I would lack severe motivation if we went down. And as I say, let's get it away. If it's not this season, suppose one thing to laugh at really. Anyway, yeah, if it's not this season, it'll be next season. And it's just got that tedious inevitability about it. Appointing Simpson was a mistake. Everyone kept on pointing out Holdsworth's poor record as Lincoln manager in terms of percentage-wise. And to be fair, yeah, they're right. He had, I think it was 28% winning ratio as Lincoln manager. But we appointed Gary Simpson, who had a worse winning percentage. I mean, in what world does that make sense? Seriously. And he's not the right man for the job. He keeps playing 4-5-1 with Craig Hobson up front. Now, Craig Hobson, how can I put this? He's a donkey. He's basically imagine what a donkey would be like on stilts trying to play football. That's what he's like. He's quite possibly the worst footballer I've ever had the misfortune to lay my eyes on. He's even worse than Drew Broughton was. At least with Drew tried. I give Drew that. He was shit, but he tried. Craig Hobson is just shit. There was an instance in the away game at Macclesfield a few weeks ago where we're losing 2-1 with minutes to go. A corner goes over everyone towards just behind where he is. and he just takes a slow meander over towards the ball, and a Macclesfield player who started 10 yards behind him actually outruns him to the ball that's literally about 5 yards away from him, just because he couldn't be bothered. I have no faith in that guy whatsoever to actually do anything good. He's a donkey, and Simpson has brought in 3 or 4 players so far. Hobson's not one of Simpson's players, by the way, but he keeps on playing him. And none of them are actually better than the players they're replacing. I mean, Todd Jordan's alright, he's not too bad. But is Tony Diagne better than Pete Gilbert? No. Is Nat Brown better than Tom Miller? No. He's probably better than Scott Garner. But then again, most defenders are. Who else has he brought in? I know he brought someone else in, but I can't recall who off the top of my head. But yeah, it's just Simpson seems to be going this tactic of, I'm only going to play you if you're tall, regardless of your ability. Now, it doesn't work like that, Gary. Just because they're tall doesn't mean they're good footballers. And the fact that ever since you employed this tactic, we haven't actually won, says it all. I mean, ever since we sacked Holdsworth, we haven't even scored from open play ourselves. The only goals that have been scored for us in open play have been own goals, and the other goals we've scored have been penalties. We went to Nuneaton on Saturday, and they were below us in the table at the time. They're not now, because they are there compared to us who are there. But they were below us in the table at the time, and we didn't have a shot all game, not one. Their goalkeeper could have got a deck chair and still not had anything to do. It's just got to the point where it's just ridiculous. You play 4-5. He plays 4-5-1. With Craig Hobson up front, and if you're going to play 4-5-1, at least put a decent striker as the one, not Hobson, for fuck's sake. And it's just so frustrating because he has the wrong tactics. He has the wrong players in there, and he just seems to think that if you're under 6 feet tall, you're no good. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, I don't mean to boast about my football ability, because there's no point, because people have seen me play. But I'm only 5'11", and when I used to play, I wasn't awesome. Don't get me wrong, but I could score a fair few goals. Granted, I'd only have a ratio of probably about 1 in 10 hitting the target, and even then, that one would probably only fluke in itself. So don't get me wrong. I know people have seen me play. No, I'm terrible, and I admit I'm terrible. But the difference was I would at least have a shot. We're not even having shots against opposition. I mean, Wrexham, they scored an own goal. Other than that, their goalkeeper had nothing to do. Barrow, 0-0. No shots against the team who... They weren't bottom at the time, I don't think, but they were second bottom, I think, and we had no shots against them. And you just can't see where we're going to have shots. Excuse me a second, I need a drink. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, well, I'm going to leave this here because I don't want to moan all night. But yeah, we're going down. And I don't particularly want to go to Vauxhall Motors on a Tuesday night. I actually found out where it was. It's in Ellesmere Port, which is part of Liverpool. I'm pretty certain. No apologies to Vauxhall Motors fans if Ellesmere Port isn't actually in Liverpool, but I'm pretty certain it is. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. But as I say, if we go down, there are no more videos. I'm not even going to debate it anymore. I can't be arsed at this level. I'm definitely not going to be arsed at the level below. I say this, we'll probably win a few more games if we go down. But I said that when we came down from the Football League to the conference, and it didn't really happen. And it will hopefully be slightly more jovial in that sense, but it's ridiculous. I've seen games at that level and they are shite. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna stop moaning. I'm gonna get off. So as usual, the blog, which I don't update very often, katejackson84 blogspot.blogspot.co.uk, or Twitter katejackson84, and I will leave you there. So next video. When's our next weight gain? It won't be Braintree next week because chances are there's not enough people that'll go that'll make it, the video interesting, and then we're away at Alfton. Yay! After that, and I suppose that'll be one bonus might go down. We'll have to go to bloody Alfton again. But anyway, yeah. So there might be a video for Alfton, but that'll be about it. So I'm going to leave it there and leave you to get on with whatever you were doing.